An important part of Lloydminster's history is on the move. As Eza Bashir reports, the bar Colonists Silhouettes have made their way to the museum.
After 3 decades, the silhouettes created by artist Howard Sturge have found a new home in the Heritage Implements building.
I was given a call, and so of course I said, well, yeah, I'll take them, and then found out that the museum wanted them, so we figured it was a good idea just to let everybody enjoy them.
The original location of the silhouettes was the United Church that was looking for some heritage to add to its walls in the late 70s.
And he came up with these beautiful silhouettes. And then they were made out of tar paper. Well, of course, through the years, they got a little bit gray and not so nice.
Sturge reformed the silhouettes to make them a permanent fixture in the church. However, the construction of the building resulted in a change of scenery for the artwork.
We built an addition on to the United Church, and unfortunately everyone doesn't appreciate history, so they did not find a spot for them. We have a set of 3 that have been kept in the meeting room at the church.
For the museum, this addition couldn't have been a better fit.
It's a huge asset to the museum's collection because we have a large collection of fine art and we also have a large collection of heritage, and this sort of mixes into both art and heritage. So it's sort of an art history piece that represents the significance of the bar colonists.
Eza Bashir, Newcap News.
The past few years have been tough, with many feeling the economic strain, but sometimes the best things can come out of unfortunate situations. As Michaela Henschel explains, that's exactly what happened for one local couple who made their dream a reality after being laid off.
Tanya and Mitch LeBlanc always had a passion for art, but as it goes for many, the hobby was put on hold as work and life took over. It became comfortable as they pursued their careers until they found themselves unemployed amidst the economic downturn.
I worked in the oil field for 15 years, and obviously we all know the economy crashed, so I ended up getting laid off from the oil field. Mitch has a little bit more intense of a story, but he did serve in the military for 27 years and was recently retired, so we were both kind of in limbo.
After seeing the passion for art in their own kids, they realized the city was lacking a space for them to express their creative talents.
We tried to get them into a program around here, and there wasn't much in Lloyd to do. So we started doing it at our studio at home, and realized, there's probably a need in Lloyd for something like this, and that's kind of our passion. So we decided to put it to use and create the studio.
They took the jump, partnered up with Tanya's parents, and in March they opened up Art Soul Life Creative Studio. They offer an array of mediums for all ages, from canvas and ceramic painting to kids' camps and private events, but for them it's all about providing an escape through art.
Not everybody can go out and stock an art studio at home to paint if your kids enjoy that. So this way we give them the opportunity to have the resources and an opportunity to hopefully create a positive outlet later on in life. When things get a little bit tough, maybe they'll turn to art.
Starting a business was a scary leap and it presented its challenges, but it's been a fulfilling adventure being able to do what they love.
When I retired 2 years ago, I went right into the oil field, thinking that I could go right into something again, and it just wasn't. I wasn't happy getting up every day and going into work. And when the opportunity came up to do something that we love, it was kind of an easy decision, I think. A hard one, scary one, but it was definitely an easy decision to make.
Michaela Henschel, Newcap News.
And we have 2 more animals in the adoption spotlight in this week's Pet Project. Windsor is a well-mannered cat, and Chloe is a 6-year-old dog who loves long walks. Here's John from the SPCA.
This happy-go-lucky lady is Chloe. Although she's 6 years old, she's still full of energy. Chloe loves nothing more than to be outside. She enjoys long walks as long as there's someone to join her for her stroll. Chloe is also very friendly and easygoing. She enjoys meeting new people of all ages, especially if you have a few treats in your hand. Chloe is definitely a wonderful girl that is looking for that special family to spend her life with. Be sure to stop by the SPCA and meet this beautiful girl today.
This handsome fellow is Windsor. Windsor is a gentlemanly cat who adores everyone he meets, whether it be of the human or feline variety. Windsor is a very regal feline who enjoys spending his days high on a scratching post, relaxing and watching the world go by. Nothing seems to bother this fellow. He's much too calm to let the little things in life get him down. Windsor is one cool customer who will bring so much joy to that special family that decides to add them to their home. Don't miss out on Windsor. Stop by the SPCA and meet him today.
Well, 3 check presentations happened today in the border city to benefit our community. Brittany Matika has more on how the funds will help some local nonprofit organizations.
The Saskatchewan Union of Nurses supports healthy communities through social causes. They're looking to help with hunger and homelessness. They choose one city in the province of Saskatchewan every year and donate $50,000. This year, they selected Lloydminster.
We made a donation of $20,000 to the Olive Tree, and that's to help them buy a walk-in cooler and a walk-in fridge.
Being able to store food properly is obviously a very important thing. With our food rescue program, we pick up a lot of food in single trips, and so having a space big enough to store them properly will be just amazing. We serve up to 125 people at our free community meals each night, and so the number is definitely increasing.
The union's second donation was to Midwest Family Connections for $10,000.
Our indoor playground opened in its current space in 2005, and after 12 years of over 5,000 visits each year, it's been well used and in much need of a facelift, so really significant for us.
It's very important for families to connect, and it's important for children for their learning processes. Family Connections does fit with our model of healthy communities, and so this does a very good service. So it was a natural fit.
The third recipient within the border city was the Lloydminster Men's Shelter. They're receiving $20,000 from the union for facility upgrades. Brittany Matika, Newcap News.
Well, golf season is in full swing, and for many golfers, the game can be won and lost on one area of the course, the one with the shortest grass. Lance Phillips brings us episode 2 of Tips from the Green, and he's literally on the green.
Welcome back to the Cold Lake Golf and Winter Club. Lance Phillips along with Ryan Vaughn, the head golf professional here in Cold Lake. And Ryan, today is putting day. And I feel like this is one of the areas, for me especially, and I know a lot of my friends can attest, this is where the game is won and lost. A lot of strokes are lost on the green. And I'm hoping that you can give some techniques to people who may struggle with this part of their game.
Yeah, absolutely. What we're going to do today is we're going to get Lance over a golf ball, and we're going to just kind of get his set up in the right area and watch him sink a 10-footer today.
What I'll do is I'll kind of line up how I putt the ball.
Okay, so we're going to stop right there.
Yep.
So we see Lance's hands are really far forward. So right now I've got the putter is more of an angle happening. What we want to do is we want to bring the putter straight up and have that putter sit flat on the ground and have Lance's hands over top of the golf ball. This will drive his eyes forward a little bit and bring his eyes right over top of the ball. Okay, now we've got Lance in a good position. With his hands, you notice Lance's feet are really not square to the golf ball, right? So what we want to do is we want to kind of draw a straight line, bring this left foot of Lance's up to the ball, and now we've got Lance pretty square to the golf ball. From here, notice how we've got Lance's ball position more towards his back foot, right? What we want to do is we want to either adjust his stance or bring the ball forward, same thing really, up into his stance, which promotes a follow through, okay? So we're going to adjust his hands forward a little bit, right? Hands are still at the ball, the eyes are over top of the golf ball, feet are very square to the ball, and now Lance has an opportunity to make this 10-foot putt more regularly, okay? Go ahead when you're ready. Very good putt, right? Good weight control on his shot. And really, when we're talking as most amateur players, how often are you going to make a 10-foot putt? You're going to miss it more times than not. So if you 2-putt it, tap it in, and away you go again, right?
I was noticing how nice this green is here at the Cold Lake Golf and Winter Club, and you said that a lot of our greens are like this.
Absolutely.
And this is my first time at the course, but it's incredible how good a shape this is in.
Yeah, you know, we've put a lot of work into the golf course this past season, and our greens and our rough and our turf care as a whole is really good shape.
Well, if you have a chance to come down to the Cold Lake Golf and Winter Club, you yourself can play on greens like this, just don't putt like me, I guess. Thanks very much, Ryan.
Thank you.